4 appearances left for the unseen 17 John Cena, and we're going to have a 16-man tournament to determine who his final opponent is going to be December 13th. And today we are going to guess all 16 people in those brackets. And before you comment, Sante Zap just did this video. Just assume I'm stealing every video from Sante Zap. Last time I did a video that was similar to something he did, I had a bunch of people just like, Sante Zap did it. I'm not stealing from Sante Zap. I saw this video idea from Simon Miller first, so I'm actually stealing from Simon Miller. By the way, I did not watch either of their videos because I wanted to be like, I wanted my own opinions in the matter. However, I am going to watch their videos after to see how I match up with theirs, because those two, they're like the goats of the wrestling YouTube sphere. So his first opponent is Rusev Day. This is an interesting one because, well, they have a past, WrestleMania 30. We're at WrestleMania, 42 right now, basically? So 11 WrestleManias ago, they fought. This is when Rusev had a tank, and he also had this U.S. Championship, and, well, John Cena would beat him and go on to have his U.S. Open Challenge. But if you want this U.S. title that is on my shoulder, all you got to do is comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, ding, notification, and you can win said belt. It is not a toy, a replica. That hurts because it's pointy. All right, so John Cena, Rusev, it would be cool. It would be cool, but I don't see it happening. I don't think Rusev will ever really obtain the big belt. I don't think he's ever going to become world champion or undisputed champion or whatever the championships are called. I think he's going to be a mid-card guy. No shade in that. No shame even. Mr. Perfect, Jake the Snake Roberts, Big Boss Man, Ravishing Rick Rude, Owen Hart, Steve Blackman, Ken Shamrock, a lot of guys. Honky Tonk Man, a lot of guys, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, a lot of guys in the past never got the big one, but were still legends and awesome. And Rusev, I don't think he's going to get the big one ever. Therefore, though, I don't think they're going to let him beat John Cena. I think whoever's going to beat John Cena is someone they see as the future or the present or some big deal. So Rusev, I just don't see winning. And Rusev is taking on Damian Priest in the first. They've already announced 4 people, so we're going to get those 4 out of the way first. Damian Priest is an interesting choice. I just don't see it. If they were serious about making him a main top guy, that after his feud with Drew McIntyre, well, he would have at least been on the SummerSlam card. The fact that he's not even on the SummerSlam card makes me think, no, they're not going to go with him as a main top guy. He's going to be a mid-card guy that can win a big title here and there, but never put the full weight of the company behind him. So then we had Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura has beaten John Cena. I think it was 2017 episode of SmackDown. Yeah, I think the ship has also sailed on Shinsuke. He'll fall into one of the greatest of what could have been, should have been champions, in my opinion. Maybe he gets lucky and gets a pity world championship run, but that's pretty much it. That's sad because Shinsuke's so good, but yeah, Shinsuke would be a great choice, but it's not happening. It's not happening. They just don't have any plans for Shinsuke. They just dust him off every once in a while to, to put somebody over. He is fighting Sheamus. Now, Sheamus is enticing. John Cena's, his whole run, while, yes, had some really low points, his heel turn anybody, but like John Cena's whole final run has been pretty much a greatest hits tour, a who's who, with the exception of Logan Paul. Almost everybody John Cena has kind of sort of faced has been someone from his past. R-Truth, CM Punk, well, I guess Cody Rhodes also is kind of like not. Well, I guess you could, because actually John Cena used to beat up Cody Rhodes back in the day. But then you also have CM Punk, Randy Orton. So a lot of people he's already faced. AJ Styles, he's already faced. And Sheamus actually is someone he's already faced. In fact, Sheamus actually won his first ever world championship off of John Cena during his like rookie year. It was like it was a tables match, December, and it's still to this day debated whether it was supposed to happen or not. They were like on the top rope, and John Cena kind of just falls into the table, and it breaks, and they're like, oh, guess Sheamus is your winner. So, yeah, Sheamus now, he's a veteran, but back then people were like, he didn't deserve it. And it was a breath of fresh air, so would it be kind of cool if Sheamus did have John Cena in his last bout ever? It would be cool, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're saving this spot for some new up-and-comer. We have Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, I could see. Drew McIntyre is one of my heavy favorites to do this, because the Triple H loves to tear down Drew McIntyre, losing to Cody like 2 to 3 times in a row, and then build him up, give him something big, and then he likes to say, see, all part of the plan, just enjoy the ride. And on some levels that would be true, because I would rather have John Cena's last match than beating Cody Rhodes for the championship. So if Drew did get the last match, that would be better than Cody Rhodes' championship title. However, they're not going to do it because they just love to pull the rug out from under a Drew McIntyre push at the last moment. I think Drew could get far in the tournament, but I don't think he would win it. LA Knight. I got LA Knight on here as well. LA Knight's not going to win. I could see maybe LA Knight getting to the second round because they just love Triple H just loves to punish LA Knight for doing the cardinal sin in WWE. Getting over yourself. LA Knight got over 3 years ago, stayed continuously over, and so heaven forbid Triple H pushes someone that he didn't anoint. The best we get is he gets screwed somehow, some way, and we get a heel turn out of this. But yeah, LA Knight, not gonna happen. I think he's there for the star power. They said it's gonna be Raw, NXT, SmackDown, and people who might not be here. I think that means a lot of people are thinking like Edge or Chris Jericho. I don't think it's going to be them. And I'll just throw out also, I don't think it's going to be Kevin Owens. I don't think it's going to be Sami Zayn. I don't think it's going to be anyone he's already faced this year. But with Edge and Chris Jericho, I just don't think it's happening. Chris Jericho, his deal in AEW is up in like December. So there's a chance he could slide in actually. If his deal is up December 10th, well then he could do it. But that means he can't enter the tournament because he's still under contract until December 10th. And Edge, I don't know if Edge is still in contract or if he isn't. Did his contract get up and then he's filming and he's going to come back to AEW or not? I don't know. But it just seems, from what I'm hearing, it seems like he still is under contract and he's just taking a sabbatical so he could film some movies. So Edge, Jericho, and anybody he's already faced, like CM Punk, who did actually kind of sort of challenge him already, I just don't think it's going to happen. If he's already faced them in the retirement year, not happening again. So AJ Styles, also not happening. So those guys are out of the picture. Let's talk some guys who aren't WWE employees. Those are going to be your Matt Cardonas, your Jeff Hardys, and do I have anyone else? Matt Hardy and Joe Hendry. These are guys that WWE trust. They are WWE guys, essentially. I mean, Joe Hendry isn't, but he is. I mean, Joe Hendry's been in NXT more than he's been in TNA, and you can tell WWE has big plans for him. Plus, Jeff Hardy and Matt Cardona, who is Zack Ryder. These are guys that WWE trust. If you look at the recent Invasion angle from TNA to NXT, it was like 95%. 95% ex-WWE guys and gals. So I think WWE is not going to just pick Frank Kazarian or someone that is not from within the WWE system. But Matt Cardona, he has a history with John Cena. That's when John Cena had to rise above the hate and Kane pushed Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, off the the platform. Jeff Hardy, he's just a big name. Jeff Hardy's just a big name. In fact, when they had that TNA invasion of NXT, the Hardys won the NXT tag team titles. So it's like WWE would love to probably bring in Jeff Hardy to have like that surprise blast from the past. You know what I mean? So Jeff Hardy, I can see happening. Joe Hendry, who they have big plans for, you can tell is a future WWE guy. Just give him more exposure on the WWE main product, and Zack Ryder / Matt Cardona. Those I think are going to be your three guys who aren't part of the WWE that are in this tournament. Now, I think Dolph Ziggler would also be a very good choice. I'm going to talk about a couple choices at the end of people who I think should be in that aren't going to be in. Like, we'll just get Dolph Ziggler out of the way right now. I don't think Dolph Ziggler gets in because Dolph, I think he feels that he was wronged by the WWE, how they released him and stuff. And honestly, he has a pretty good case. Legally, it was okay, but I think, like, for all his hard work, like, they could have done it better. That said, Dolph Ziggler has literally said he has no interest in anything to do with the NXT invasion or anything. He's more worried about where he is right now. He's in TNA. He's worried about TNA. I don't think he'll want to go to WWE for this. I just think it's a pride thing for him. And I'm not saying pride in a bad way. It's good to have pride in yourself. And I think that's why I know he would love to face John Cena one more time, but the fact is how WWE treated him, I don't think he has any interest of going back anytime soon. All right, so let's talk some NXT guys since we're kind of like diverged from the main roster. I want to say Obafemi, but I don't think we're going to do Obafemi. I really don't think we do Obafemi because, like, the dude needs to be a monster and a beast, right? I would love if Obafemi was the last guy. If Obafemi is not the last guy, I don't think they put him in at all because they want him to, I think they'll want to keep him really strong and they don't want to see him lose. Unless they do something stupid like a double count out or a disqualification or just a singular count out. That's the only way I see Obafemi getting in here. No, I think they keep Obafemi strong by not putting them in here. Although, if he is in the brackets, then I'm picking him to be the winner and the guy to retire John Cena. He actually did have an interview where he said, if I can get John Cena before he leaves, that would be a dream match for him. So I'm really hoping that it is Oba and Oba wins. But that said, don't think it will be. So if it's not Obafemi, I think they do Ethan Page and Trick Williams. Trick Williams would be a great choice. He needs to start getting familiar to the WWE universe because, I mean, he's done everything he can in TNA. In fact, he needs to wrap up his feud and get to the main roster ASAP. He's ready. He was ready like probably 3 months ago. The moment he lost his TNA title, honestly, he should have just went right to the main roster and not went back to NXT. He's beyond NXT at this point. And that's not a knock. He's just NXT did what it needed to do. It made him into a fully developed main roster star. So time to be part of the main roster. Unlike Obafemi, though, Trick Williams can suffer a loss and still come out on top. So I could see Trick being here. Hopefully he wins the first round, and then he can lose in the second round or something and blame other people, whatever the case may be. Trick Williams would be a great choice, and Ethan Page also. Ethan Page is doing something really cool with Chelsea Green right now. He is their North American champion, and Chelsea Green hopefully becomes the women's U.S. champion once more. And they are also a AAA mixed gender champions right now. So I think they're seeing big things for Ethan Page, and maybe it's time to maybe not call him directly up to the roster, but start getting people to see him. I think Ethan Page would be a great choice right here also. Just two guys, Ethan Page, Trick Williams, in this tournament to represent NXT, or Obafemi if we're going to let Obafemi completely win. So if we're going to let Obafemi win, I say take Ethan Page out and put Oba in. Otherwise, Ethan Page, Trick Williams. Okay, so then we can do Trick Williams' friend, Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams used to be thick as thieves in their NXT days. I could see Carmelo Hayes getting in. It'll be a nice spotlight for him. Plus, he's feuding currently with The Miz. The Miz, a longtime rival of John Cena. They headlined WrestleMania 27, and The Miz even beat him. The Miz became a main eventer off of John Cena's name, calling out John Cena. And so that's how Miz got into the main event scene all those years ago. And he has gone on record, and the announcers have acknowledged that he has gone on record and said it's disrespectful that he's not even getting, that the fans have not wanted a rematch with Miz and John Cena. He's like, oh, they want AJ Styles and John Cena, but what about me and John Cena? The Miz definitely wants a shot against John Cena, and what better way to further the Miz and Carmelo Hayes' feud if Carmelo beats Miz and takes away that opportunity. The Miz could be really upset about that. That would be a good way to further that feud. Put over Carmelo Hayes and let the Miz cut a promo maybe on John Cena even. So yeah, the Miz will be in this, and Carmelo Hayes will be as well. You know, Carmelo will represent the young and up and comer of the tournament. Who else we got? Penta. I could see Penta. I don't really have a reason. Like, Penta wouldn't get far. There's really no reason to put Penta in here. He's never crossed paths with John Cena. It'd just be like one of those kind of like, ooh, did you know that Penta and John Cena were on the roster at the same time and it was a possibility? So yeah, Penta's just in there for the kind of the cool factor. Just kind of like change it up. He could maybe, who knows, maybe Penta can fight Damian Priest or something, and just kind of a weird combo that you can only get in these kind of tournaments. But Penta won't win, but he'll be in there just for that kind of like high mid-card name value. Bronson Reed and Gunther are my last two picks. Let's talk about them in a second. Let's do a couple people who I don't think will be in. I know I should have revealed my last two picks before the video's over. I don't think Bron Breakker's going to be in it. I guess we'll do Bronson Reed right now. I don't think Bron Breakker is going to be in it because I don't think they're going to put both members of the Vision inside it, or all three members, Logan Paul, but Logan Paul is definitely not going to be in this tournament. I don't think they put them both in it because I think that'd be cool, actually. I think it would be cool if both of them were in it, and it's like you get a potential of those two fighting each other. Like, I would like that. But Bron Breakker, I would love Bron Breakker to beat John Cena's last opponent. I really would, but I think he's going to focus on the World Championship, and we have Bronson Reed, who needs something to do. We have Paul Heyman saying, hey man, you beat Roman Reigns, so like use that to get Bronson Reed, like, now let's go beat John Cena. So Bronson Reed could be vying for the title of retiring John Cena, while Bron Breakker is in the kind of in his feud with CM Punk and stuff. But I could definitely be wrong. They usually only push one at a time, and it seems like Bron Breakker's time is to be pushed right now. So Bron Breakker might be in the place of Bronson Reed. But I don't think both of them get in. Now, if they were really feuding with Adam Pearce should just be like, all right, guys, you guys can both be in the first round against each other. They're not going to do that, though. So, yeah, that's why Bron Breakker's not in it, but Bronson Reed is. Dominic Mysterio, I didn't put him in. I was very close to putting him or Rey Mysterio in, because Rey has a kind of a past with John Cena. John Cena did one of the most, like, heelish things he ever did with Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio won the World Championship at like the 9 o'clock hour on a Monday Night Raw a long time ago, and then John Cena said, I want to challenge you for that belt tonight. So he made Rey Mysterio fight twice in one night, and then he wins the title, and it's like, oh, okay. What was that all about, John? That's not kind of fair and cool to Rey Mysterio. So they do kind of have a past, even though they never played up on it or ever really brought it back up. But Dominic Mysterio, I honestly think that Dominic might fight John Cena at Survivor Series. I really do. I do know that John Cena wants to fight Dominic Mysterio, or I believe I know because he has name-dropped Dominic Mysterio, so I think that match is going to happen regardless. I think it happens before his retirement match, and I really hope John Cena's win so he becomes the Intercontinental Champion, Grand Slam Champion. Gunther is going to be the last person in this tournament, and I also think he's going to be the one that wins it. Because, for one, there's lots of rumors. There's lots of rumors that Gunther is going to be the guy. that fights him. And there were lots of rumors that they were going to do a tournament to determine how this opponent was picked, and lo and behold, well, like we're in a tournament right now, so it seems like all signs point to Gunther. He did retire Goldberg, which I will be forever in Gunther's debt for doing that. But yeah, I don't think Gunther really needs it though. I really don't. I would much rather it go to Obafemi, Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, even LA Knight. Those guys, Drew McIntyre. Those guys are the ones that I would like really prefer it to go to. But no, I think they do it to Gunther, and Gunther's a good choice. Don't get me wrong, Gunther is a very good choice, and it needs to elevate him. It needs to elevate him to like Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar type of status, where he's like the end boss. Like the movie's over if you beat Gunther. And yeah, I think they give it to him. Another good choice would have been Jacob Fatu. I just don't see them doing it with Jacob Fatu. One, he's injured, and two, yeah, I just don't see it happening. There's something tells me that they're not, like, again, it seems like once they're ready to go all in on Jacob, they kind of change their mind. I don't really know why, but yeah, John Cena is going to face Gunther. That's my ultimate pick. Gunther is the guy. I don't want it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at a 7 for Gunther, where it's like, yeah, that'd be cool. I just would rather not. But yeah, Obafemi's a 10. Bron Breakker, probably a 9. Drew McIntyre's also a 9. So there you go, boys and girls. LA Knight, 8. Boys, girls, thank you very much. Tell me who you think is going to be John Cena's last opponent, and who you think should be in the tournament. If I missed somebody or didn't say somebody that I should have said. All right, boys. All right, girls. See you. Bye.